Life is full of choices. Whether it's where to go, what to eat, or how to just have fun and relax. So join us as we discover all about loving life.
I hope you enjoy this episode of Loving Life. We've got a great show. We always have fun putting it together. We always have fun talking to people, going places, eating food. So don't change your channel. Stay right where you're at. And we're going to be loving life.
Just when you thought there was no hope, there is hope.
I have not been able to lay down flat on my back in a year without pain. On a scale of 1 to 10, between a 7 and an 8.
Find out yourself with a consultation and a free test. Now it's your time. Call me at 790-1332.
It feels completely different. That's amazing.
Call 790-1332 to reserve your seat. Life. It's not as easy as it used to be. There's stress at every turn. And when you think that your bed would be a safe haven, you can't sleep. When you can't sleep, it leads to other problems in the body. Dr. Tim Weir, author of You're Not Crazy, An Overcomer's Guide to Fibromyalgia, has put together a formula just for you. He's combined magnesium, vitamin D, potassium, and some other minerals that help you relax. Then he went one step further. He added MSM for joint health and stability. Now, those are all good, but what's more important is, how do you get them into the body? Pills oftentimes don't dissolve. How about a great lemon raspberry flavored drink? This is a powder that you add water to, and it begins to absorb immediately in the mouth. And you start feeling the changes sooner. Go online to www.relaxformula.com. That's www.relaxformula.com.
We're in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, and I love going into a city, and I either get on those bikes, you know, with behind the biker, and I'm trying something brand new, and it's a Segway tour, and I'm with Todd here. Todd, Triangle Glides.
Yes.
Right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, right downtown.
Right downtown in City Market.
Now we're going to go take a little tour of the city.
Right.
And this is becoming more and more popular with people, isn't it?
It is, it is. We've been here for a little over 4 years doing Segway tours. We've toured over 19,000 people to this point, and it's a fantastic way of seeing the city. It's a really unique way of getting out. Even folks who live in downtown come down for our tours because until you've done it on a Segway, you've never really had that experience.
No, I've already done a little practicing, so I think I'm ready to go on this.
Absolutely. It just takes most people just a few minutes to get really comfortable on it.
Yeah. So we're going to have a blast. Bear with me because it's going to take a little bit, but we're going to have fun.
All right.
Thank you for letting us do
My pleasure.
Let's go. So we're in a really cool place right downtown Raleigh called The Pit, Authentic Barbecue. I'm with owner Greg Hayden and the executive chef, Darrell. Thank you for letting me be here.
Glad you're here.
Nice to have you.
Now you guys serve just like down-home barbecue.
It's the real deal.
It's the real deal.
It's the way we learned how to do it back in Eastern North Carolina.
So we've already talked a little bit. You're from Roanoke Rapids.
Right.
You're from Tarboro.
Yes.
We just did a show in Tarboro. And I know they know how to cook some good barbecue down there, so I know you guys do. So is that your signature? If you could put a signature dish together, what would it be?
It'd be our Eastern style Carolina barbecue. We cook whole hogs here, sir. Whole hogs.
Everything.
Everything. Everything but the squeal. That's our motto.
So, I mean, just like a a regular barbecue restaurant, you're going to have barbecue. You have barbecue chicken, that kind of stuff.
Barbecue chicken, we have brisket, we have turkey barbecue. We've got some great sides. Now, while this guy grew up cooking hogs, he's a trained chef. He's an amazing chef as well. So we kick it up with our sides and some of our other dishes too.
So honestly,
we even have barbecue tofu. We've got something for everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
now that's got to really be bad.
No,
It's delicious.
No, it's
Really?
delicious.
I'll eat it a third of the time I come here.
You're kidding.
It's amazing. Tastes like chicken.
Just like chicken. Barbecue chicken.
So really what you guys have done is taken barbecue up to the next level.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Well, you know, it's the same barbecue that we've been eating for 350 years in North Carolina. We just kicked up the environment and the things that go with it. So instead of just getting a plate of barbecue, you can have some wonderful sides, fresh, local, seasonal ingredients, some great local beers, wine. Nothing better than a great plate of barbecue and a beautiful glass of wine.
Now I'm assuming you guys are open for lunch every day,
That's right,
but what a great place to come in the evening.
as well.
Yeah, we have great atmosphere here. As you can see, you look around, all you see is smiling faces and empty plates. This is a place
What
to
a
be.
great place.
Yeah, on the weekends it's packed. We really want people to make reservations. You can do it online on Open Table, but we fill up pretty quickly.
Now, of course, you know I can't give my seal of approval until I try some of that stuff.
Well, just let me know and I'll go back and grab you some right now.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'll be
I'm
right
ready.
back.
Hey, we're going to cut out here for just a minute. Don't go anywhere. Stay right where you're at. We'll be right back.
Life. It's not as easy as it used to be. There's stress at every turn. And when you think that your bed would be a safe haven, you can't sleep. When you can't sleep, it leads to other problems in the body. Dr. Tim Weir, author of You're Not Crazy, An Overcomer's Guide to Fibromyalgia, has put together a formula just for you. He's combined magnesium, vitamin D, potassium, and some other minerals that help you relax. Then he went one step further. He added MSM for joint health and stability. Now, those are all good, but what's more important is, how do you get them into the body? Pills oftentimes don't dissolve. How about a great lemon raspberry flavored drink? This is a powder that you add water to, and it begins to absorb immediately in the mouth. And you start feeling the changes sooner. Go online to www.relaxformula.com. That's www.relaxformula.com.
Low back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, headaches, knee pain. If you've suffered from any of these conditions, Dr. Wes Johnson at First Choice Family Healthcare is here to help. Dr. Johnson has been trained in the latest therapies and treatments for these conditions. You'll find a loving, caring staff that is ready to help and get you feeling like yourself again. Call 954-0050 to get started on the road back to health.
Just when you thought there was no hope, there is hope.
I have not been able to lay down flat on my back in a year without pain. On a scale of 1 to 10, between a 7 and an 8.
Find out yourself with a consultation and a free test. Now it's your time. Call me at 790-1332.
It feels completely different. That's amazing.
Call 790-1332 to reserve your seat.
Hey, I'm glad you came back because the food is here. This is unbelievable looking at.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, this is
Wait till
really.
you taste it.
Look at this macaroni and cheese. Now this is not from a kit. This is that's real macaroni and cheese. Now you want to make that with hoop cheese. You're trying to find.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a supplier that can help me out with some hoop cheese. We want to source it locally though. Got to be North Carolina hoop cheese.
You keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking.
Collards.
About it.
Now you see, you were talking about the collards.
Yeah, the collards come
Everything's
from around
locally
Aden.
grown. Yeah.
We're bringing in as much local stuff as we can. We source all of our hogs locally. We have a supplier. We know where they come from. They're AWA certified. So we're really big into
Are they all
supporting.
named?
No.
Okay.
They have numbers.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we name them barbecue.
There's Q and Mrs. Q. But, you know, it's real important to us to support the local economy around us.
Exactly. Now, see, like the barbecue ribs, man, these things just, it's falling off.
This is what we call our Carolina rib. It's actually a spare rib that we hand cut and we slow smoke over our pit and just basically just a little bit of our house-made barbecue sauce. We think it has a little more flavor. I mean, most people enjoy the baby back rib, but we think this, because of the marbling and the additional fat on it, that it eats a lot better. It's nice and tender.
I'm not tasting the barbecue sauce, I'm actually tasting the meat, and that's really important because a lot of times you just taste barbecue sauce.
That's
So if you don't know how to cook it well, you cover it with the sauce.
Exactly.
Our sauces are very light because the meat
You have
really
any
speaks for
ketchup
itself.
effect?
Nah.
Yeah. I thought I was going to have to ask you to leave. We don't do ketchup around here.
Oh my God, that is so good. Now, you actually have, I mean, it's what normally is cooked at Eastern Carolina barbecue outside, you brought it inside.
That's right. Normally these things are done in pits outside, but we went to the trouble. We're in a downtown environment. We brought it in the kitchen, worked with the health inspectors, worked with the building inspectors. We even had to have our pits UL rated.
Really?
We didn't, I mean, UL had never done a pit before. So they had to come here and especially figure out how this thing works.
I have a feeling you're just on the cutting edge. You love stuff, you love to create, don't you?
We do. We all do. There's a team of people in our whole group, restaurant group and renovation. We just love to do things that people say we can't do.
You know, in my show several times, you've heard me say it 2 billion times, but I believe your greatest gift that you have in life is your ability to create.
That's true. We believe the same thing. We're on the same team.
We never stop.
You're awesome. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for letting me be here.
We're glad you're here. Thank you.
Hey, we got more to come, so don't leave. We'll be right back. So I'm with Tim here at Morning Times.
Morning.
Thank you for letting me come in here.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So basically, you're just a great coffee shop and a great meeting place for people.
We're a great meeting place for the downtown community. We've been here since September of 2006, and we've seen a lot of growth here in downtown. And it's a pleasure coming in here every day and making people happy and getting their mornings going.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So we've already talked a little bit. I like it that you don't have weird names.
Yes.
You know, small, medium, large.
Small, medium, large.
That kind of
very,
stuff.
very minimized or minimal menu.
Yeah.
Try not to get too crazy. You know, people still like to get confused with their coffees, but that's, you know, something that's happened to the coffee world. You know.
So, and another thing I love about this place is that it's locally owned.
It's locally owned.
And you try to get everything local. Well, I mean, you can't get the coffee.
We do. We do.
You
We
have a
get
coffee tree out back?
We have a coffee tree out back. We actually grow our own coffee. I know, in an ideal world, we would roast our own coffee.
I bet you would, yeah.
We get our coffee from Counterculture in Durham, and we get it in twice a week. So it's roasted. Our coffee's usually no more than a few days roasted.
Wow.
Yeah.
And some good desserts, some things to munch on.
Fresh desserts, you know, desserts made in house, desserts from Durham.
So if you're doing a business deal, this is a good place. Because upstairs, we're going to go up there in just a couple minutes.
Absolutely.
Just a nice little place to sit down and
It's a good
relax.
place to do some office work. Get away from the office to do some office work.
Yeah.
Do some school work.
So can you have somebody show me how to make a...
Absolutely. I'll have my my coworker Taylor show us how to make a latte.
a latte?
A latte.
Okay.
With a.
You really don't want to miss this because this is my chef work.
It is. Thank you.
Oh, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna make a latte.
We're gonna make a latte. My friend Taylor, my coworker Taylor, is gonna make us a latte.
Say TTT.
TT. We actually go by TNT.
Really?
Because we're so
Oh,
explosive.
can I be TTT then?
Yes, you can be the third
Okay.
T. That's a lot of dynamite, but
I know,
I think
man.
they can handle it. So, you know, fashioning an espresso is a work of art, and it's very scientific.
So see, I never have understood. You pack that coffee in there. Is
You
that
pack
what
that
you're
coffee.
doing?
Yes, you actually have an actual measurement of that coffee, 18 to 20 grams in that portafilter,
Wow.
which is dispensed. You have to watch your grind,
Okay.
make sure coarseness or fineness, depending on the temperature. There's all sorts of elements involved, and he actually applies a certain pounds of pressure to that, and that's going to run through your portafilter. You want it to go 25 to 30 seconds. You're going to yield about an ounce to ounce and a quarter per shot. and he actually steams his milk. He's going to steam his milk between 140 and 160 degrees. And
could you like clean your teeth with that too at the end of the day?
You can clean your teeth, absolutely. And he's going to put a little love in there in the form of a flower, or rosetta like we call them.
Look at that.
For the doctor.
This is for Dr. Gale.
Dr. Gale? Voila!
That's amazing.
It's good, yeah. I mean, he does it. He did it.
So that's real. That's real concentrated then.
That's concentrated. That coffee, like about one shot of espresso is about a cup of coffee. So maybe like it'll be like 2 cups. So she'll be good to go.
She'll be zinged.
She'll be zinging. You like it? It's too pretty. You gotta drink it. It's like a Buddhist mandala. You know, it's created and then you just wash it away because it's. Absolutely.
Well, if you wait too long, it's going to be iced coffee.
Yeah. Our iced coffee, we actually make really good iced coffee too.
Really?
We do a cold brew method, which is different than a hot brew.
Yeah.
And it sits for 12 hours over here. We strain it at the end of the night, and it yields a really smooth, cold coffee, and it's very popular.
So this is a great place for people to come who just love coffee.
Coffee, any coffee, you love it. We don't have a blender. We stay away from the whole blender concept. You know, so we do iced drinks, we do hot drinks, but
great place to come.
Life. It's not as easy as it used to be. There's stress at every turn. And when you think that your bed would be a safe haven, you can't sleep. When you can't sleep, it leads to other problems in the body. Dr. Tim Weir, author of You're Not Crazy, An Overcomer's Guide to Fibromyalgia, has put together a formula just for you. He's combined magnesium, vitamin D, potassium, and some other minerals that help you relax. Then he went one step further. He added MSM for joint health and stability. Now, those are all good, but what's more important is how do you get them into the body? Pills oftentimes don't dissolve. How about a great lemon raspberry flavored drink? This is a powder that you add water to, and it begins to absorb immediately in the mouth. And you start feeling the changes sooner. Go online to www.relaxformula.com. That's www.relaxformula.com.
Well, we are at an incredible restaurant with an incredible chef, Chef Brent. We're at Gravy. Thank you for letting us be here with you.
Thanks for having me.
Listen, first of all, I got to know what gravy is. What
Gravy is the Italian grandmother's sauce that they put on the stove early in the morning and Sunday to serve for dinner.
And probably meal
evening.
after meal after meal.
Meal after meal, yeah. It's basically the equivalent of marinara.
So the restaurant is actually kind of Italian, but a little bit of creative everything.
Sure, we try to focus on Italian food with an American kind of overtones to it. Basically, all the specials and things we do always have are rooted in Italian food to a degree, more so in technique and style. Mm-hmm. Simple ingredients, big flavors, with a seasonal approach.
What are we going to cook?
Today I'm going to cook some family gravy for you, which is panette pasta tossed in the gravy sauce.
Okay.
House-made sausages, braised beef short ribs, and the house-made meatballs. And then we're going to do a peach, kind of a seasonal local thing that we're doing right now. We're going to do a peach arugula salad with aged balsamic and goat cheese.
Before we do that, let's talk a little bit about what we talked about before. Mm-hmm. That's supporting local businesses. And that's what you guys are doing.
Sure. My background is farm to table for the most part in the last 10 years. And so it's real important to me to focus on local whenever possible and insert that into our menus. That way we feel like we're actually putting that money right back in the community. We're creating relationships with small farmers. And they're growing things, especially for us. Mm-hmm. And we can see where our money's going.
Perfect. You know, because I've talked to you many times about supporting local businesses. Other big chain restaurants and all that, it might be good food, but you don't know where it's coming from. I want you to see where this is coming from. So can we go back to the kitchen?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. So I'm at restaurant number 3, one of my favorite new restaurants, and that's Gravy. And we're tasting the salad in this. Oh my God, it's just, every restaurant keeps getting better and better. I can't wait till number 4. Don't move, we'll be right back. Well, we're at restaurant number 4 in downtown Raleigh called Sitti. Sitti. Say it again.
Sitti's.
Sitti's.
I'm going to spell it the way we used to, Sithey. Sitti.
Sitti.
Uh-huh.
But it's spelled Sitti.
Yeah.
Greg, you are an amazing guy because this is one of your, I heard this is your baby here.
Well, I do take great pride in it.
Yeah. Now, the reason you're here because Sitti means grandmother in Lebanese. Okay. And so we've got pictures of your mother, your grandmother, mother-in-law, and how would you say that? Is that your father's,
my husband's
your husband's parent?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, that was hard, wasn't it?
Yes, it's hard, but you're making my brain work.
Well, hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So you put this all together. It's all Lebanese food with all kinds of dishes.
Yeah, it really started with our grandmother's food. And what could we do to recreate that? You know, most of our cities are gone now. They came over, you know, around the turn of the century. They did all this amazing work raising these families, and they still have, you know, the time to cook these meals that we all missed. So we did this in homage of them.
That is so cool. Now, you said your mother could really cook up a storm.
Oh, she was the best cook. Everybody loved her cooking. Everybody was delighted to be invited to her house, and she would get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and cook. And a lot of times she would come to Roanoke Rapids and bring food that she had gotten up real early and cooked. One time the bishop was there when we had confirmation, and she cooked that meal and brought it up.
Wow. So have they done a pretty good job putting some of her dishes together here?
I think so. I think so. They really have. It's amazing, I think.
Well, we modeled it after Sitti's food.
Hers was the best.
We're going to go with Chef Matthew and find out. Is that okay with you?
It's fine.
You know, I started here in the very beginning, and I started actually as a sous chef. And Chef Ghassan Jarouj, you know, created the menu. Most of the things that, you know, we still have a lot of the original, you know, the original menu. We try to keep it, it's traditional Lebanese, so we got to have those traditional Lebanese dishes. But what we've been able to do with myself and my sous chefs, Donaldo, Tim, Daryl, I've got a really great staff, and we've really been able to elevate it and bring it up to the level that it's at now. And we're, you know, do a lot of stuff in-house. We make our own yogurt, we make our own lebni, we do as much as we can here. So
you actually went 2 weeks to Lebanon.
I did in September of last year.
Studied and ate.
I did. I ate my way around the country. It was awesome. I mean, it was quite a vacation, you know. I mean, it's not really a vacation. It was for work, but it was a great experience. I experienced so much over there, from the people to the food to the country itself, the culture. It was great. I had an awesome time. It was an unbelievable experience, and I hope to go back. I mean, it's you know, the food and the culture and the people, very, very. I mean, just unbelievable. It was just an unbelievable time.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. You know, tasted my way around the country, and I'll be honest with you, I put our hummus up against any hummus in Lebanon. I say that wholeheartedly, and it's not just because I work here. Yeah, it's not just because I'm the chef here. It really is some good stuff. Yeah. It really, really is, and it's so flavorful and just so good. You won't find a better hummus.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Just great. It's just fresh. And that's what I'm finding with all the restaurants. It's all fresh.
Yeah, no, we don't open cans up here. You know, I mean, we do everything as much as we can in-house. So, I mean, that's, you know, we grind all of our meat. We're getting half of a cow today, actually, as a matter of fact, local. local Angus beef that we're getting. So, I mean, we're doing as much as we can here, you know, taking it back to the roots, you know. I mean, you know, this prefabbed, pre-canned, you know, already done is not us. And it's not who we are.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so we've really been able to take a real deep look at each one of our ingredients and decide whether or not we could purchase it or we can make it better here in-house. Is what we did with our yogurt when we decided to start making our yogurt and our levy. That's a big task to take on, to make yogurt. I mean, it's not, we go through a lot of yogurt. We marinate all of our chicken in yogurt, you know, and we go through hundreds of pounds a week of chicken kebabs, and we make hundreds of pounds of, you know, yogurt.
No, I know the Greek have tzatziki sauce.
Yes.
Is there a tzatziki in lemon?
There is, and it's called lebambi kiar. It's very similar. It's, you know, it's a yogurt with cucumber, garlic, and I've seen it made tzatziki with dill. We do it with dried mint, so it's a little bit more refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit different, but you know, same basic ingredients. But you know, with our yogurt that we make in-house, fresh local cucumbers. You know, the mint, we dry our mint and crush it up and put it on top. So it's pretty incredible.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Loving Life. Listen, we tried to present to you 4 great restaurants here in Raleigh, North Carolina most people don't even know about. Now you know. Next time you're out, you're going to go out for a quick bite to eat or a romantic evening with your wife or spouse, go downtown Raleigh. These restaurants are absolutely phenomenal. We'll put their websites on here so you can see them. Please go to our website, drtimweir.com. Read some information there. Join me on Facebook. And until next time, keep loving life.